Did you know a 12-year-old boy once walked into a thunderstorm, just 6 blocks from his home, and vanished right in the middle of a populated street? It didn't happen at night. It didn't happen in the woods. It happened in broad daylight with people all around, just minutes from his front door. His name was Isaac Holloway. Quiet, smart, lived with his mother in a peaceful town in North Dakota. On August 14, 2003, around 2:30 p.m., Isaac stepped outside to return a library book. The sky was turning gray, wind starting to pick up. Thunder rumbled faintly in the distance. He told his mom, "I'll be back before it rains." He never came back. He wore a gray hoodie, black jeans, and carried a library book called The Time Thief. The route to the library was simple: 6 blocks of sidewalk, a few houses, a greenhouse at the curve, and the town's old gas station across the block. At least 5 people saw him that afternoon, walking alone, hoodie up, head down, rain beginning to fall. One woman even waved to him. And then, near the corner of Miller Street, where the sidewalk curves behind the abandoned greenhouse, he disappeared. No one saw anyone approach him, no cars, no struggle, no scream. Just one moment he was there, and the next he wasn't. His mother called the neighbors, then the police. Within an hour, a full search was underway. Over 100 volunteers combed the entire neighborhood. Dogs, drones, and even helicopters were brought in by nightfall. They found no signs of Isaac, no torn clothes, no dropped book, nothing. Even stranger, his wet footprints tracked by search teams just stopped. Right in the middle of the sidewalk. No turn, no detour. One step was there and the next one never came. They searched drains, rooftops, backyards. Every attic and shed in the area was opened. Nothing. No trace, no direction, no exit. The next day, detectives pulled camera footage from a gas station across the block. At exactly 2:43 p.m., the video shows Isaac walking along the road. Everything is normal at first, but then he begins to flicker. His figure slightly distorts like heat waves rippling off pavement. His body blurs, edges fade. Frame by frame, his shape becomes less visible until he disappears completely. He doesn't walk off screen. He doesn't duck into a building. He just vanishes mid-step. Technicians examined the footage, no corruption, no glitch. All other parts of the video were clear, crisp, unbroken. Only those few seconds with Isaac were distorted. Then came the strangest part. 1 week later, a barefoot old man walked into the town's police station. His clothes were soaked, hands trembling. His speech didn't make sense. He kept saying the same line over and over. "It's a loop. He stepped into the loop. You'll see it soon." When the officers asked who he meant, the man stared blankly and whispered, "He walked through the mirror, the greenhouse curve. He's not missing. He's still walking. You just can't see it yet." He collapsed right there in the station. No ID, no phone, no records of who he was. He was taken to a nearby hospital, and within 72 hours he was dead. Cause of death, sudden cardiac arrest. No drugs, no poison, just gone. And then, more than a year later, October 2004, an old construction crew began demolishing the greenhouse behind Miller Street. They were clearing the last interior wall when one of the workers found something strange embedded in the concrete. A shattered mirror, blackened, burned, about 6 feet tall, completely sealed inside the wall. Behind the mirror, buried in the frame, were what looked like smudges. Child-sized handprints on the inside of the glass. There was no logical explanation for how they got there. No entrance, no gaps, no light damage. Just a broken mirror sealed behind decades-old concrete with handprints pressed against it from within. The mirror was sent for analysis. It never reached the lab. The truck transporting it vanished off GPS halfway through the trip. No wreck, no debris, no crash, no witnesses. Just gone. To this day, Isaac Holloway remains missing. No suspects, no evidence, no explanation. But locals say on rainy afternoons, if you walk near the remains of the greenhouse and the storm is heavy enough, you might still see him, walking in silence, forever stuck in the moment the rain began. If you want more real stories that bend reality and chill the spine, hit subscribe.